Hello guys, how we doing? Welcome back to the Free Hammers. It's been a while. I've been a bit ill. Paul's been away. There's just some things, international break, and it's just getting time to film. Luckily now, I'm on half term. If you didn't know, I am a PE teacher, so I'm one of those lucky guys that get 13 weeks off a year. So I've got a bit of time this week to bang out some videos for you guys. I was at the Spurs game. I was a bit disappointed after the game, so I couldn't be bothered to film a review. We hate losing the Spurs, but watching the game back, I've got to say, I thought it was a little bit unlucky in what was a really boring game, to be honest with you. We came up against a very good Lorries. Anyway, forget that game. That game's out the window. Our cup final, as it is. Anyway, we play Leicester this week at 5:30. And it's a massive game already, guys. If we don't win this game, we can start getting dragged back into that battle, which we don't want. We want to start pushing up. They're a team. They're sitting in 11th on 12 points. They're having an okay season. They're steady season. They've got their danger players that we're going to be looking out for. Your Vardy's. He's always going to be a danger. Another player who loves scoring against us. You got Mark Albright, and I think still there, and he loves scoring against us. There's a few. They're a decent little side. They've got a good defence. Harry Maguire. They've got Schmeichel in goal as well. It's going to be a tough test for us. But last season, guys, we didn't lose against them, did we? We had that draw, 1-1 with Czech scoring, Czech Kiati. And then probably a game that sort of, kept us there and up, when we had that little bit of resurgence at the end of last season where we won 2-0 there. Goals from Mario and that absolute wonder strike from Mark Noble, who remembers that one. One of them ones up there for goal of the season for us. Their last game, they lost 3-1 to Arsenal. They were really, really good, Leicester, though. I've got to say, Arsenal scored a lovely goal, their third goal, but they went 1-0 up Leicester. And, by all accounts, they could have had a penalty. We come off the back of the Spurs game, obviously, the 1-0 loss, which is no hardship, But like I say, we do need to win. We're sitting in 15th on 7 points. We need to get to that 10 points. And we've got, obviously we've got Spurs on Wednesday night after that. But then I think it's Huddersfield and Burnley. These Leicester, Huddersfield and Burnley, they're 3 games we've got to be looking at, 7 points really you've got to be looking at. Because after that is Man City. And if we haven't took like 7 points out of that, it starts getting really nervy again. And you start looking over your shoulders, where wins coming from, etc, etc. Obviously, the bad news of Yarmolenko has come out over this last couple of days that he will be out for at least 6 months. I've looked more towards probably the season. And, at 29, obviously just coming back from the injury that he had at Dortmund and having this major injury now with his Achilles, you start thinking, can he come back, at 29 after 2 serious injuries? Can he come back to the same sort of level of fitness and the performances that he was just getting back to? It's such a shame. In pre-season, he was playing 60, 70 minutes, and he was blowing. But, over the last sort of 5-6 games, he's been looking real quality. He's got goals in his locker. He's got a lovely pass in him as well. It's such a big loss. It really is. Especially when people like, and I don't want to dig him out too heavily, but when people like Felipe Anderson is not turning up, delivering, he's been very poor, especially at home. Maybe away, not so bad. But give it to Diagana. Got to give it to the guy. He did put in a really good shift against Spurs. He's playing against some really good fullbacks there in Ben Davies and Kieran Trippier when he did swap over at points. But I would keep him in. 100% I'd keep him in. He's that unknown quantity. He's better than Antonio for me. Antonio just he doesn't do it for me anymore. Listen, guys, hit me down if I'm wrong. But for me, nah. Unless the only other option, guys, here's one for you. What about how would you see potentially Masuaku coming at left wing? So then you got the Cresswell and Masuaku at left wing, and then you got the other side Zabaleta and Anderson. He's got pace, he's got a trick. He's not the best defensively, so that would take the defensive pressure on him. But he's still defensively better than probably any left winger in the Premiership in terms of defensive, guys. I'm not talking about attacking wise and as a player in general, but imagine having that sort of slight advantage defensively on that whole left-hand side. Plus, you've got a very good, skillful potential winger there to fill in, as we've not got anyone else yet. Not heard anything in terms of whether Andy Carroll will be back on the bench. I'm sure we'll hear very soon whether he is back. If not, definitely the Spurs Cup game will be his return. But a lot of injuries are piling up now, guys. It's getting a bit, depressing in terms of the injuries and stuff. Anyway, guys, we're hoping to film a podcast on Friday if we can. I will start doing the previews and reviews. Obviously, like I said, I've not been very well personally. But yeah, back to full health now, thankfully. And until then, guys, keep hitting the subscribe button, hit that notification button if you really do like our videos. I know we've had some comments about when you're going to film again, blah, 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 blah. You know us now, guys. You know, we've been a channel for 2 or 3 years. We do disappear for a couple of weeks and then we come back with big news because we don't like just filling your feed up with just news for the sake of news. You know, we like doing a real good show and you can sit, assess it, comment and stuff, and we really, really enjoy that. Anyway, guys, my predictions for the Leicester game. 1-1, I'm going to go. I just don't know where a little bit of quality is coming from at the moment. And, you know, Arnie's great, but we're missing that killer ball to him. Anyway, guys, until then, come on your minds, keep believing. Let's hope we get a win. Let's go.